But let me throw up the tweet here, if I could. It is in regards to Braylon Edwards, former coach, Mr. Anthony Lynn.
Hey, Lynn.
Jim Trotter of the NFL Reporter.
Oh, great reporter.
Tweets up, USC boosters have reached out to Lions offensive coordinator Anthony Lynn to gauge his interest in the university's vacancy. The answer, he would be interested in the job. To date, there has been no contact between the school and Lynn. Now, that tweet is about 24, 36 hours old, so I don't know if there has been contact yet. But I would say that seems like a perfect fit for Anthony Lynn, too, to go be a head coach in Los Angeles once again.
Yeah, 100%. You know, he's familiar with the area, being there with the Los Angeles Chargers. I think the good thing about Anthony Lynn, too, man, he has that discipline. Like, I've played with Coach Lynn. Coach Lynn was a running backs coach when I was in Cleveland, as well as New York Jets. And he's a young guy, you know, he played in the league, so he has the coolness, but he's not about any BS. Like, he's disciplined, he's a disciplinarian type guy, knows how to get the best out of his players. It would be a cool look for them, man, because you look at that stability. Because USC isn't in the business of firing and hiring very soon. You see how long Helton was there. Helton was there 8 seasons, if I remember correctly. So you go out there, there's some stability out there. You know the area. You don't have to worry about going back and forth, you know. And he just was out there. He probably still has his house out there, realistically speaking. I definitely can see him taking that job, and I know for a fact the boosters are reaching out. There's something to it.
Yeah, I mean,
we better get him on here quick then, right?
Yeah, I know, right?
I mean, we've asked for him a couple of times here, so let's.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach, we'll get you on.
But the thing with Anthony Lynn is because one of the most successful parts of the Lions team so far through 3 games has been their offense. It has looked pretty darn good at times. The run game, DeAndre Swift has looked good. Jared Goff has looked really good at times. And, you know, in the NFL, you change head coaches, let alone assistant coaches, many times throughout one's career. Would this sort of hamper the Lions rebuild or this you tell me. How different is it?
Here's the flip side of that before we really get into it. The other thing about it is, man, this is USC. You know, this isn't him leaving to go to University of Virginia or leaving to go to Tech. And I don't want to slight any institution. Him leaving to go to Texas A&M or just leave to be a head coach to say, hey, I'm back in the head coaching seat. This is USC. You know, this is one of the most storied teams ever. It's one of 4 of the major teams not to have gone to a playoff so far yet. That's Michigan, Texas, USC, and I forget the other one. This is a good job. So now, to answer your question, would the Lions suffer from losing Lynn? I don't know that they would, because I haven't seen an offensive, like a high-powered offense. I haven't seen something that was special. I haven't seen something that you're like, oh, man, that's really his signature. I've seen a really good offensive line at times and play, and I've seen Jared Goff, who's been to a Super Bowl, make some plays, and I've seen some athleticism from DeAndre Swift, a guy that we drafted because of his athleticism. So if he were to leave, I don't think it would be a huge gap, but I think it would be a huge gap in the space of what kind of coach he is and what kind of guy he is to be around on a day-to-day.
He's a good man. And
exactly.
I got to know him through Hard Knocks last year, watching him with the Chargers, and they let him go. You know, it is what it is. He was going to take the year off. Dan Campbell didn't come knocking on his door. He was taking the year off. He was going to chill out, be with his family, and he probably would have been a lock for that USC job. Now he's still here, and you know he's here for the short term because he was a head coach before. He'll probably be a head coach again, and now at USC, of course, that would be a slam dunk. But he has nothing to work with here, really. He did get the rushing game going. Got to give him that.
Now
that's his MO.
I take a step back. You're right. He did get the offensive line going.
One thing about Anthony Lynn too, and you know, Lions offensive coordinator. That's assuming, and again, this is a big assumption that he'll get that job and then he'll leave, or when he'll leave, or whatever the case may be. It just sounds like Anthony Lynn is a short-time offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions. Is that fair to say? I mean, he's a big-name guy. He's a head coach in the NFL. He'll probably get another look somewhere, be it in college or the NFL. So he's probably not going to be the coordinator for the Lions for the next 5-6 years, right? I mean,
it's definitely fair to say. And also, you know, when boosters go after, and keep in mind, like this is boosters. This isn't the University of USC. This isn't necessarily the Regents side of things, because we all know Regents are who hire coaches in college football. But so it isn't necessarily the Regents or the team. So you got to take it with a grain of salt. But the fact that they're reaching out, the fact that they're making it public that the boosters did reach out, boosters have their hands in everything all over, the sports world. So the fact that they're reaching out to Anthony Lynn means they know somebody, and they know something, they know the chance, or maybe they've already reached out. Like you said, in terms of taking the year off, maybe it already was out there, and this is something that Dan Campbell might already know about.
Whether Anthony Lynn stays here or goes, I'm not even sure. For the block of fans out there, and there are two types of fans out there. Do you know the kind of fans that I'm talking about a little bit?
Of
Michigan
course.
State, Michigan?
No, let me give you a sense of there's two different kinds of Lions fans.
Let me see.
Here they are.